Всем привет, ребята, с вами player00713, и сегодня мы начинаем с вами стримить игру под названием Game of Thrones 2014 образца, а если точнее, то, как она всем известна, Песни Льда и Пламени. Но это, кстати, версия игры от Telltale. И давайте, прежде чем мы начнем, позвольте мне высказаться несколько слов насчет этой игры. Вот, честно, ребят, я знаю, что существовала Игра Престолов. Я знаю, что есть книги, есть разные, скажем так, сериальчики по нему. Но знаете, в чем малина? Дело в том, что я ни разу не смотрел этот сериал. Вот отвечаю, блин, я ни разу не смотрел эту, скажем так, франшизу. Поэтому, увы, ах, я пришел, блин, неподготовленный. Просто потому что, ну, блин, ребят, серьезно, я просто-напросто Игру Престолов, ну, пропустил мимо себя в свое время, потому что я тогда учился в техникуме. И только спустя много времени я узнал, что было две видеоигры по Игре Престолов. То есть, точнее, то первая была RPG, и вторая была от Telltale. И так уж получилось, что сегодня я должен был выбрать любую игру, которую хотел пройти от Telltale, просто потому что, ну блин, ребят, руки чесались, и у меня было 3 игры на выбор. Первая это же, конечно, Волк среди нас, вторая это Tales from the Borderlands, ну и третья, конечно же, Игра Престолов. Тем более, что с Telltale я хотел закрыть гештальт раз навсегда. И что-то мне звякнуло в голове. Вайсера в Игру Престолов. И ладно, я своему чутью доверяю. Поэтому я напомню, что меня зовут Иван, вы на канале player00713 Live. Ссылка для доната есть в закрепленном комментарии в описании. И погнали. Игра Престолов. Я не играл, поэтому сложно сказать, что будет. Я тут уже все настроил. Северяне никогда этого не забудут. Тирион Ланнистер. Ну, у нас, кстати, целых 6 эпизодов, как я посмотрел. Я Меч во тьме, я Дозорный на стене, Джон Сноу, Дракарис, Дейенерис Таргариен. Покойников испугался. 4-й эпизод. 5-й эпизод. Тот, кто играет в престолы, либо погибает, либо побеждает. Серсея Ланнистер. И они могут жить в моем новом мире или умереть в своем старом. Дейенерис Таргариен. Ну, давайте по порядку. Первый эпизод. Погнали. Да-да-да. Игра адаптируется под ваши действия. 1000 лет дом Форестеров был верным знаменосцем дома Старков. В темных уголках волчьего леса они добывают редкую железную древесину. Сейчас север разрывает война и враждующие дома, которые пытаются забрать железнолесье Форестеров в себе. И судьба дома Форестеров висит на волоске.
The great Jamie Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought
Да,
to his
ребята,
knees by
рожденный
the men of
Форестера.
the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know. Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brain. Now that is a proper sword. I'll have one
Боже,
like
что
it
с
from
графикой?
you.
Извини за
Never
мой
had a sword like
французский.
that. I say that as
Французский.
a friend. And if we're being honest, you are just a
Не
squire.
будь засранцем.
Don't be an arse, Bowen.
Apologies, your lordship.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
Дай ему закончить.
Let him finish.
Oh, he'll talk all night if you let him.
You captured the Kingslayer.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye.
Так, подождите. Давайте я кое-что настрою. Блин, не то. Так, скважине тогда включим. На всякий пожарный.
A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What do I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
And not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story. Which grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on.
Сам налей.
You're his squire. It's your job, not mine.
Ну да, ну да.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. You've never seen a field plowed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battle.
Боже, что это за полоски такие? Ей-богу.
Fetch your gun. Tonight we celebrate. To Rob Stark, the King in the North!
The King
Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard!
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Death to the Lannisters!
Север помнит.
North remembers!
Got it.
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now. Something must be done.
What do you
Что вы
mean?
имеете в виду?
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you? You served me well.
Я хочу
Let me
сражаться.
fight for you, my lord.
You've more than proven your ability on the battlefield. No man would question that. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett.
Begging
Давно
your
уже
pardon,
пора.
my lord, but it's long overdue.
Arrogance doesn't become you, Garrett. Perhaps I misjudge your readiness for this honor. Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Bloody hell. Empty. Squire! Fetch us more wine.
Can you give me a hand? Come on. Make it up to you.
Хорошо, но будешь должен.
Oh, you? I've been a squire longer than you have. I outrank you.
Блин, что это за повозки такие?
More wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once.
Могло быть и
Better
хуже.
watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming.
Мы
Don't get
одинаковые.
angry with me. We're no different, you and I.
Aye, but I'm not the son of a pig farmer. My father had dignity.
Ой, ну ладно тебе.
All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. All in wine around the fucking wedding.
Все еще
it time.
будет.
You'll get there.
More easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
It's right over there.
Близнецы. Крепость дома Фреев. Красная свадьба. Не, ну графика тут, кстати, еще ничего так.
Take your time.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Fucking phrase.
Nice night for a wedding.
С оружием пришли.
Not often he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What? What's wrong?
Что-то не так.
What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd. You've had too much wine.
Нам нужно вернуться сейчас же.
Now.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
And take the fucking flagon already.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush.
We have to warn the others.
Good luck.
Я же говорил. Вот черт. Так, можно я с чекпоинта продолжу? Так что я сейчас могу специально забрать КТЕ, чтобы погибнуть.
From the king!
Специально могу запороть, кстати. Ну, нет. Так, я, кстати, специально. Да, прикинь, Игра престолов. Только от Telltale, ну да ладно. О, все нормас.
Ready, boys! Whoa! Shoot that one! What? Look out!
Ой! Фига себе. Давай, давай, давай. А ты думал? И... Блин. Зараза. О, шит. Пока, дружок. У. Где ты был, Слав? Тебя уж не было.
Good fucking riddance.
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Speak up,
Он
Garrett.
погиб.
Hey, he's gone, my lord. There was nothing I could do.
Where's my squire? You didn't leave him, did you? What happened to him? Speak up,
Я не
boy.
оставлял его.
I didn't leave him, but I couldn't save him.
Find a weapon, quickly!
Давай, парень, беги. С мечом. Ую.
Walter, you fucking traitor!
Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Что ж такое?
Seven hells.
Что
But now
теперь?
what do we do?
If we run, they'll hunt us down like dogs.
If we stay, they'll slaughter us like the others.
Walter Frey says time. Don't run,
Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste.
Хорошо.
Damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors.
Walter Frey says
You have to go.
backstage you're welcome.
Нам надо немедленно уходить.
There's still time, my lord. We can both
You
get...
must go.
My lord,
By the gods, you will obey me.
Хорошо.
Tell your uncle. Tell him the North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your uncle Duncan. The future of the house may depend on it.
Клянусь и
swear
передам.
that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those
Now
foresters.
go. On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters. With love from Walter Frey.
Да, Барри тут, конечно, встречается. Беги, парень, беги! Сквозь ночь. Ачивка. Ну, целая музыка прикольная, что я могу сказать. Мне нравится. Игра престолов от Telltale. Эпизод 1. Железо куется во льдах. Земли Форестеров. Королевский тракт. Хрюшка. Кровь.
Blood. Fresh.
Свежее. Тут это было. Спинку туда зарезал. Славно бывает. Ну, засыпаешь. Да я только начал, поэтому сомневаюсь, конечно, что я тут недолго буду. Повозку оставили.
That's father's car.
В смысле?
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this. Winter may be coming, but at least he'll have his bacon.
Суки.
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father,
I said move on.
I'm going to kill you.
Is that so? You can try if you like, and then we'll feed you to the pigs.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he'd like a proper lordly sword like that.
No.
I'll have that sword, boy.
Я так не думаю. Пойди
Come get
возьми.
it, you bastard.
All right. Finish this fucking pig farmer.
Pathetic.
You really are a pig farmer.
И это все? Меч. Ой-ой-ой. Я так не думаю. Ага.
Mercy, please. I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you.
Уходи, я не убийца.
Thank you. Lord Whitehill will see you hang for this.
Justice or Mercy,
I
ачивка.
promise.
Отец.
Father?
Garrett, you survived.
Конечно.
Your sister. Oh, She hid. I tried to stop them.
Я знаю. Покойся с миром.
I'll kill the men who did this.
Сначала выберись отсюда живым, оруженосец. Айрон Рас. Крепость дома Форестера.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Конечно, выжил. А вы что думали?
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers?
And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you.
Это было правосудие.
They got what they deserved.
They did indeed. We can't let the Whitehills just walk all over us. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Ух, это было больно. Вот какая гадость.
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Мы можем отомстить за ним.
We can avenge them.
And attack House Frey. Now is the time to find allies, not enemies. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now. Although he is young, and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold
Я
this for me, will
перетерплю.
you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen.
Меня
He
просили
gave me a
передать
message to
послание.
deliver.
A message? About what? What did he tell you?
Оно для моего
Get my
дяди.
uncle. I was told only to tell him.
Your uncle? I see. Must be rather important, then. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg.
Как-то так.
Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Ага. Ох, личинки.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
I guess.
Бинты. Кстати, полезная штука. Пригодится. Лечебные травы. Тоже.
This might help.
You seem to be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maestro Tengrin. Look, I'll show you.
Keep moving. I need to see you walk.
Борта.
I may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
The Ironwood Grove.
Так, ну давайте осмотримся, прежде чем заканчивать. Что у нас тут? Ашер.
Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately.
Талия
Talia and
и
Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now.
Мира.
Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home.
Леди
Lady
Форестер.
She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forester myself.
Райан.
Ryan. Never easy being the fourth-born son.
Лорд
Lord
Форестер.
Forester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good.
Родрик.
He was our best warrior by far.
Так. Давайте больше СМИ Форестера в разделе Кодекс.
No, you see there? You're limping again.
I'm fine, really.
Так, показать меч.
It's a good thing you've done, bringing that back to House Forrester. By right, that belongs to Lord Ethan now. That sword has been handed down through 50 generations of Foresters.
Так, у нас тут есть информация про разных персонажей. Начнем, пожалуй, с конца. Айрон Рас. Внушительная крепость, окруженная железнолесьем. Айрон Рас является домом предков семьи Форестера. Крепость была построена около 15 тысяч лет назад Седриком Форестером и его сыновьями. Крепость Айрон Рас является свидетельством силы и стойкости самого Железнолесья. Большинство людей называют Айрон Рас самой могущественной крепостью Севера. Даже сам Нед Старк. Крепость Айрон Рас расположена на краю самого огромного Железнолесья Вестероса, которое является стратегическим преимуществом дома Форестеров. Малкольм Бранфилд, брат леди Форестер. В юности он был белой вороной в семье Брамфилдов. Ему нравилось бродить по стране как межевой рыцарь. Он отказывался от женитьбы земель, которую предлагал ему отец. Малкольм храбро сражался со своими братьями во время уничтожения дома Брамфилдов. Выжить удалось только им с сестрой. Сейчас Малкольм живется с новой семьей леди Рисы в Айроннасе. До сих пор любит неожиданно исчезать на целой неделе. У него нет детей, поэтому он считается последним в роду Брамфилдов. Мейстер Ортенгрин. Родом из небольшого дома долины Арен. Мейстер Ортенгрин прошел обучение в Цитадели. Он надеялся на последующее назначение в Орлиное гнездо, но пока собирал достаточное количество звеньев в свою мейстерскую цепь. Произошло убийство Джона Арена, и весь юг оказался в полном хаосе. Цитадель назначила его мейстером Айрон Раса, и в скором времени он оценил честь и прямоту семьи Форестеров. Сейчас он с гордостью служит им и уже стал доверенным советником лорда. Сир Ройланд Деггар. Роланд Дегр присоединился к армии Форестеров после того, как железнорожденные убили всю его семью во время восстания Бэйвона Грейджия. У Дегра врожденные способности к военной тактике и стратегии, которые сыграли решающую роль во время осады Пайка, или Пайка, которой и закончилась война. Через пару месяцев король Роберт наградил Ройланда титулом рыцаря, а вот Форестер попросил его служить мастером над оружием Айронраса. Сир Ройланд до сих пор занимает эту должность, он известен своим военным мастерством, впрочем, как крутым нравом. Дункан Таттл, костылян Айронраса. Будучи еще мальчиком, настолько успешно управлял семейной фермой, что окружающие считали, что однажды он перейдет к нему. Но Дункану было предначертано более чем просто работа в полях и свинарнике. С временем подружился с Грегом Форестером, наследником дома Форестеров. Эти двое стали очень близки, и когда Грег стал утром, он назначил Дункана своим костеляном. Многие относились к нему с недоверием, но Дункан доказал, что он достоин этой должности, и с тех пор на протяжении многих лет служил дому Форестеров. Гаррет Таттл, то есть я. Оруженосец. Вырос на героических историях об Артуре Дейне и Симеоне Звездооком. Будучи сыном свинопаса, он всегда хотел стать великим воином. Благодаря помощи своего дяди Дункана, который, несмотря на свое происхождение, стал костеляном Айронраса, Гаррет стал работать в конюшне лорда Форестера, а затем стал его оруженосцем. Гаррет служил лорду Форестеру долгое время в рядах армии Роба Старка, был уже готов стать полноправным воином. Райан Форестер. Будучи четвертым и последним сыном дома Форестеров, восхищается своими старшими братьями и сестрами. Его детство было лишено трудностей, и у него никогда не было никаких особых обязанностей, но началась война. Райан был слишком мал, чтобы понять, почему Родрик и его отец покинули дом. Теперь у него стали появляться вопросы, на которые его родственникам трудно ответить. Талия Форестер. Во время своей четвертой беременности леди Форестер представляла, что родит дочь, голос которой будет напоминать летний дождь. Однако по велению судьбы у нее родился мальчик, младенец, которого назвали Итан. Плакал еще несколько часов, пока его мать рожала второй раз, но уже девочку. Она назвала ее Талия в честь своей матери, а Итан с тех пор практически никогда не плакал. Желание леди Форестер в конце концов исполнилось, ибо нет в Айронрасе звука более прекрасного, чем пение Талии под игру брата на лютне. Итан. Еще один представитель дома Форестеров. Итан — сторонник интеллектуального времяпровождения. В особенности его привлекают музыка и книги. Итан разделяет огромную любовь своей сестры Талии к лесам Айронраса. Он был совсем юным, когда его дом присоединился к войне Пяти Королей, а по ее окончанию был вынужден исполнять роль, в которой совершенно не был готов. Мира Форестера. Леди Форестер хотела, чтобы ее старшая дочь научилась обычаям Южного двора, чтобы Мира прислуживала Маргери Тирел. К удивлению Мира, ей понравилось быть с Маргери в Хайгардене, и она с радостью последовала за ней в Королевскую гавань. Столичная жизнь стала испытанием для ее северного характера, но даже не зная всех тонкостей придворной жизни, она казалась хитрее, чем думала. Ашер Форестер. У Ашера всегда был бунтарский характер. Он шатался по тавернам, спал со шлюхами, чем всячески злил отца. Но его жизнь изменилась, когда в 17 лет он влюбился в Гвин Уайтхилл, старшую дочь заклятого врага лорда Форестера. Проливать кровь, и лорд Форестер предстал перед трудным выбором: идти на войну или сослать Ашера за узкое море. Он выбрал последнее. По сей день Ашер живет в Эссосе, работая наемником, пытаясь забыть о прошлом. Родрик Форестер. Старший сын лорда Форестера, с юных лет он воспитывался как будущий наследник своего отца. Его присутствие как на поле боя, так и вне его вселяет страх, но когда Роб Старк призвал свои знамена для войны, отец попросил Родрика остаться и защищать их дом, крепость Айронрас. Родрик отказался и вместе с отцом возглавил армию Форестеров, настолько мощную, что она и по сей день вселяет ужас в сердца солдат Ланнистера. Кстати, он погиб. Элиса Форестер родилась в доме Бранфилдов, в небольшом доме Юга, уничтоженном после свержения Таргариенов. После поражения леди Элису выдали замуж за лорда Геррера. Поначалу она считала себя узницей Айронраса, но Геррер своей добротой смог быстро завоевать любовь молодой жены. Леди Элиса приняла на себя роль главы семьи Форестеров и поклялась, что не допустит уничтожения своей семьи. Грегор Форестер, лорд Айронраса. Лорд Грегор Форестер является лордом могущественного дома Севера и знаменосцем дома Старков. В молодости победил в поединке Галберта Гловера, чем прославился и заслужил привилегию стать его оруженосцем. Позднее сам Гловер шутил, что этот бой он бы с радостью проиграл снова. Перед тем, как Роберт Баратон захватил Железный трон, Грегор женился на Элисе Бранфилд, дочери Таргариенов. После смерти отца во время битвы на Трезубце, Грегор взял узды правления в свои руки и возглавляет дом Форестеров уже на протяжении 60 лет. Нифига, конечно, информации тут.
Did your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you.
Почему Уайтхилл нас
Why do the
ненавидят?
Whitehills hate the Foresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
Уайтхиллам нужно железнолесье.
Whitehills want Forester Ironwood.
Ah, they'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left, just as they've done before.
Кто новый лорд дома?
Who's the new lord of House Forester?
Why, Ethan, of course.
Ну
At
да.
the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
Что
What
будет со
will
мной?
happen to me now?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although, given the circumstances of your circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Я
Can I
могу
go
идти?
now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family...
К сожалению, это
So
так.
sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forester would like to know.
Он спас
Saved
мне
my life,
жизнь.
my lady.
Yet not Roderick's.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion. But if you can remember anything, I'm sure
Он
Lady
должен был
Forester
вести
would like to know.
авангард.
Rob Stark named him to lead the van for the march on Casterly Rock.
A fitting tribute, no doubt. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember.
He asked me to return this to House Forrester. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Against aggression. Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the White Hills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution.
Они убили мою семью.
And they'll pay for what they've done. That much I promise. But now is not the time for vengeance.
If not now, when?
We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing?
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be
Нужно быть
My
умнее.
uncle's right. We need to be smart.
smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this will accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
Круто Болтонов.
Boltons. One of their men killed my family.
Aye, you'll say it was justice. They'll say it was murder. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay. Duncan, the boy
Ты не
has
сможешь
suffered
меня
enough.
отослать.
You can't send me away.
We have no choice, Garrett.
Where would you have the boy go?
The one place that's safe, beyond the reach of the Boltons.
You're sending him to the wall. The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the
Я
house
не
is so vulnerable.
преступник.
Uncle, you can't send me to the wall. I'm not a criminal.
There'd be nothing we could do to protect you. To stay would bring destruction upon us all. I know that's not what you want. I know it's difficult to understand. But you must think of the house.
I won't
Я
put
не
others at
буду
risk.
подвергать других риску.
I'll go.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
That settles it then.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
Может, самое время сказать про Северную рощу? Или нет? Ладно. Как скажешь.
Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given the chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. I know you're not a criminal, but Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great uncle was a
Я должен
ranger
был
with the
ехать
Night's
в
Watch.
авангарде.
Promoted me. At the Twins. We were to ride in the van to Casterly Rock and I at Roderick's side, but
It was well deserved, Garrett. You worked hard and served your lord with honor.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
Северную рощу нельзя потерять.
Asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry, you caught me by surprise. It's not often
Он
discussed.
сказал мне передать только тебе.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way.
I assume you kept your word.
You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett. I need to know
Леди
the
Форестер
truth.
Lady
спрашивала.
Forrester asked, but I said nothing.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you. From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall.
Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
Хорошо, я попробую. Ну вы же понимаете, куда вы меня отправляете?
Iron from ice.
iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the wall will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
Я буду служить с честью.
I know you will.
Garrett, wait!
Да. Что это? Ожерелье?
Be safe.
Я буду. Да, вот уж и не думал, что отправят, блин, в такое место. Long road ahead. Ачивка.
Ethan? Ethan!
Итан Форестер. Вот дома Форестеров.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I'm here. It's okay. Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
Он не
Won't get
пострадает.
hurt.
He got hurt by those Whitehill men. No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland
Мне
forgets
все равно, что он
himself.
сказал.
I don't care what he says. I can protect you.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know. But I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a Lord has many responsibilities.
Возможно, мне
But you don't need
придется
to be like
измениться.
them.
I may have to change.
I'd rather have my brother than a Lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
Меняться приходится.
Since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
Так не пойдет.
That's not how it works.
Well, that's how it should work. You are the lord.
Ничего, Шумворд, он еще не готов. Он еще молодой,
Lord Ethan,
слишком.
you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Ладно, ладно. Сейчас иду.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay. With
Я
his
пойду
family.
с ним.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Лорд должен исполнять свои обязанности. Оставаться это не выход.
They showed up
Скандал
unannounced.
будет.
Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
Я
I can handle
справлюсь.
Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Так, успокойтесь оба. Что вы сположились как петухи? Здравствуйте.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The
Он умер
Forresters
героем.
finally get their due.
My father died a hero, fighting for the North against traitors and oathbreakers.
Aye. And look where that got him. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Calm yourself,
Успокойся.
old man.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye, And we've been his bannermen for 5
It
fucking
was-
centuries.
Еще раз.
Cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
Достаточно.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Что вы хотите?
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
Ты убил его
reason.
семью.
You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the
Они первыми
of this
напали.
house.
Your men attacked and drew first blood. They murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took
Я
care of it.
разобрался.
He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Своих не сдаем. Да, Игра престолов.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
Мы закончили.
Is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
Не нравится? Уходите.
That lad may be lord of this house.
Да, ну
Lord
Жириновский-то
Bolton will have the
срал
final
в
say.
ящик.
I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Do
Как
as you like,
пожелаете.
Lord Whitehill.
Нет, я не смотрел, кстати. Defiance or Diplomacy? Ачивка.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once. Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor.
Мира
And Lady
Фореста.
Marjorie's
Красный
betrothal
замок
to the
Королевской
king will be
гавани.
enough to keep the Boltons at bay, if it's presented to her as it should be.
Да, вот тебе и скандал на пустом месте. Так, что у нас тут? Кимкайская монета.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Так, врезанные деревья железной древесины.
Ethan made this for me.
Так, брошь Хайдергена.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
Незаконченное письмо. Надо прочитать.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city.
I do wish you and Mother could
Ты
come.
можешь хоть тут
Although I know
написать.
it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Насчет Кристины. Все равно потом я специально удалю сообщение, чтобы, ну сам знаешь. Да, в реальности все намного сложнее.
Wonders made by man, by Lomas Longstrider.
Когда она тебе написала последний раз, она написала мне в конце сентября, если ничего не путаю.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
То есть перед тем, как я забрал свои документы, я предупредил, обосновал, почему я забираю документы. Она обиделась, типа, не слушаешь меня, значит все, предательство. Вот такие вот пироги. Так, письмо от матери. Читать.
It troubles me to even ask this of you.
Она
But you
писала
must
мне
appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our
в
behalf. She is our
мессенджере.
best hope and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Что там?
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Можешь, кстати, просто в Дискорде написать Иван Готей и увидишь. Единственное, что она еще обижается, Вань. Может и обижается.
Pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
Я не должна об этом говорить.
I'd rather not say.
Of course, milady. I didn't mean to pry.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
It's
Всем
widely
известно, что
known
это так.
that I work for Lady Marjorie.
I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but...
Что они говорили?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
Hmm.
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. But I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice.
Нет, она обиделась, что я собрал документы с учебы и все.
You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
Просто мне ж задница с этими деньгами, вот поэтому и ушел.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Просто я ж не работаю, а только учился в магистратуре. Вот и ушел.
I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel
Просто я
about
же учился на переводчика, вот и забрал
I feel your pain
документы.
as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
Мне нужна ваша
I need your
помощь.
help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her.
Я не понимаю ее, зачем на это обижаться, ты же сам решаешь, что делать, уходить или не уходить, решаешь. Ты уже взрослый мужчина, не понимаешь, зачем на это обиду кидать-то. А она думает, что типа, раз я самостоятельный, значит, могу обойтись и без нее, по ее логике.
I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford
Ну,
any
что мне
conflict
сказать?
with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear. See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Да, вот где вот уж я получил
You'll be
только
fine.
диплом
I know you
бакалавра.
will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
Хорошо. О, тот самый железный трон, за который борьба будет.
You can do this.
Конечно, конечно. Справиться.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
I am honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he?
Наша верность
House
непоколебима.
Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet... For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Они
They
были
were the wardens of the
хранителями
North.
Севера.
We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good.
The girl did say their loyalty was unwavering.
She has a talent for equivocation, yet I question what she really thinks. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Просто
Roose
Болтон тоже
Bolton
служил
also served the
Старком.
Starks, Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Взаимной
To our mutual
выгоде.
benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Не
I
запятай свою
won't dishonor
честь.
myself, Your Grace.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her
Я ж
for her
срал
mistake?
Симпсонов,
Or
Вась.
should she be held accountable?
Я
I
не
won't
буду
judge her,
судить
Your
ее.
Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question. Go on.
Мне не будет
Loyalties would never
противоречий.
conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games. Who do you choose?
Этого
I must choose
клятву леди
Marjorie, Your
Марджери.
Grace.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
She's headstrong, isn't she? Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl. But not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my
Я сейчас на
condolences
ПК
for his
играю.
loss. These would be trying
С
times
ней
for
в
your family,
опасности.
even under the best of circumstances.
These are trying times, my lord. My family fears what might happen now that the Boltons rule the north.
They must still answer to the crown. You shouldn't forget that, nor should they. You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly
Мне не
entertaining.
нравится
I don't
Серсея.
particularly like her.
That was fairly apparent to everyone. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard.
Вы можете помочь
Not
моей
her.
семье.
You can help my family.
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance.
Нет,
And
в
it would
данной ситуации
infuriate
нет.
Cersei.
Это на ПК.
Although what would be amusing for me
Я
might
уже
prove
сказал
rather
насчет
dangerous
планов,
for you
какие я буду
and your
перепроходить или
house.
нет.
Are you willing to risk that?
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
Я бы предпочел не говорить об этом.
If you don't mind.
Of course not. It must have been horrible. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back. Here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
Да все они что с неприятности.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Дамы.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd marry anyone if it helped my family.
Right, of course. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Важно только то,
It
что
doesn't matter what you
говоришь.
feel. It only matters what you say.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Без ее помощи.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Сара может остаться.
Go on. Ask.
Моей матери нужна ваша помощь.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought If a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
Она ужасна.
It is that dire, my lady. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Это
You're
единственный
the
способ.
only one who can help me. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Это срочное дело.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Королевский тракт, волчий лес. Пошли. Тише, 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 лошадка. Да ну куда ты убежала? Зараза.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these Foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh. Listen.
Не двигайся.
There. Hear that? I know I heard something.
Бежим и спалит.
Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Ух. Даже знать не хочу, кто это.
Bloody hell.
Ой-ё. Нифига себе. Не сожгли его заживо?
Lord Ethan.
Да.
As I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
Как они будут меня звать?
That is for you to define as the new lord. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you
Допустим.
craven son of a whore. Move. Summon the Lord. We need his judgment.
Вовремя.
I've done nothing wrong. I was only trying to survive.
Lord Ethan.
Кто этот человек?
Maester.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed. We all fucking know it.
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Зачем ты это
Why
сделал?
did you do it?
Because I've no wish to die. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks true. Right.
I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of...
Poor man alone!
Mercy. Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter. Calm
Успокойся.
yourself. The time for calm passed with the late Lord Forester. Now there's only chaos.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
Men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
He's a thief!
We can send him to the war.
Leave the man alone. Show him mercy, my lord. He stole from us. He doesn't deserve to live. Make him pay for what he's done. Give us justice.
Fuck him!
I will decide.
Send him to the wall. Take his fingers. He's a thief. If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord. Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
Отрезать ему 3 пальца.
Ethan of House Forester, Lord of Ironwrath, name you a thief. The price for your crime is 3 of your fingers.
Чтобы забыл, как воровать.
My lord, please! Please, no!
My lord, normally it is the Lord's duty to carry out the sentence. But I am willing to carry it out, if you do not feel ready.
Ты должен это
You may
сделать.
carry out the sentence, Sir Roland.
My family. This is injustice, my lord!
Lord's Judgment, ачивка. Не надо было воровать. В средневековье за такое карают. Причем жестко.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must meet our punishment when it's due. Not just yourself, of course.
Я был прав.
Maester, what do you think?
Me?
Yes. Did I do what's right?
As Maester, I cannot support mutilation. You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom and
Я мог бы выбрать
experience.
тебя.
I'm sure you think you'd be the perfect choice.
Me? Oh, gods no. I can't get involved. I am a Maester. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve as such. There are two capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you.
Логично.
Here. The bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your Sentinel will wear this for all to see.
Я понимаю.
I understand. I'll do it now.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Ну, эти двое будут соревноваться за правоохранителя. Это очевидно, блин. Так.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength. And this, so I remember. I mean, I could never forget. But...
Rodri бы гордился.
You know, don't you?
You honor Roderick with this. He was a strong one.
He was. Yeah. Yeah. Someday, I'll have a real one. But not like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword. I'm sure of it.
I watched you today. I saw what you did to that man. Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them. Enemies.
Я должен вершить закон.
Rules mean nothing if we don't enforce them. It doesn't matter if he's good or bad. You can't steal. That's a rule.
Well, I say he was bad. Bad men killed Father and Roderick. They need someone to hurt them back. Even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
Закон создан для того, чтобы соблюдать. Но он хочет настоящий меч. Так, хорошо. Тут не делать нечего.
Slash and parry. Slash and parry. Again.
Малкой.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, dealing out a harsh punishment, no matter how warranted. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow.
Почему
Uncle, why are
собираешь
you
вещи?
packing? You're not going somewhere, are you?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. Of course I'll be gentle.
I know you will. You're good-hearted, my lord. That is your true strength.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice. And I'd trust him.
Почему ты так уверен?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Хорошо. Значит, поговорим.
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man. The way you punished him. How could you be so cruel? I'm worried about you. What am I supposed to think?
Do you
А
think
думаешь,
it's
это
easy?
просто?
I'm the third-born son. Father never prepared me for this. I'm doing the best I can.
I know you are, Ethan. I know. I know you told me you'd have to change, but I suppose I hadn't believed you would.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
Well, I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please. Tell me.
Вот думаете, если был здесь.
I wish Father were here.
We all do, but Father is gone. You are the lord of this house, which is why you must be strong. You're just as capable as Asher or Roderick ever were. I know it. I only wish you did too.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
Так, хорошо. Duncan надо поговорить.
Duncan,
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you
Почему
make a
зазвали
decision.
Гаррета?
Actually, I wanted to ask, why did you send Garrett away?
I did it for your own protection, my lord. Garrett had to go. By sending him away myself, I thought it would keep you blameless in the eyes of the Whitehills. I only hope to give you an advantage. And I
Я
regret
понимаю.
any action you disapprove of.
I understand. And you're forgiven.
Thank you, my lord.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
Do it like you mean it.
Так, надо войти в башню. Тем более, что надо с мамой переговорить. Так, ну нет, тут не делать ничего.
Swords up. You can lift them, yeah?
Sword up. Swing left. Parry. Wrong. I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. What's the state of our defences? Are these men ready for what's coming?
This lot, ready? No, but they will be. We post anyone who can hold a spear along the parapet, up where they won't get much scrutiny, and put our meanest, nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our own right. You've got to project power, especially when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training these men.
Thank you, my lord. And if you ask me, the way you handled that thief, it was the right thing to do. Yes, my lord?
I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came to me. I know this house, and everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins, or wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man you need. And might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Garrett to the wall. He undermined your authority, and made you look weak to the White Hills. I would never do that to you. And if you pardon me saying so, I think your father would be proud.
Duncan Tuttle is a good man.
Aye, a fine man. Wise even. But he has no business being sentinel. He likes to talk. But now's the time for action. So, when will you declare your decision, my lord?
Tonight, at the small council meeting.
Very good. I trust your judgment, my lord.
Пока никому из них не буду давать наплечник. Два сапога пара.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. I see you've spoken to a number of people. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
What is it you're doing over here?
Admiring the ironwood, my lord. I studied it at the Citadel. The wood may be black, but I see gold. An entire forest of gold.
What do you mean?
It is our greatest asset, my lord. Why not give some of our ironwood to House Bolton and have them leave us be? We could ransom ourselves. You can hardly put a price on your own life.
Ransom or a robbery? We may pay him now, but what's to stop him from coming back again?
Lord Ethan, the dangers of today outweigh the fears of tomorrow. My lord, are you now ready to name your sentinel?
Да, трудно решение будет,
Yes,
но я уже
Maester.
готов.
I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Трудно решение будет. Садитесь, господа
You
хорошие.
may sit. I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan,
Оба достойны.
Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
Дипломатия или же боевой дух. Ай, блин, сложно.
Sir Royland de Gore, you will be my sentinel.
Gods be praised. You've done well, Lord Ethan. You won't regret this.
A poor choice, my lord. Forgive me for saying so, but it's true.
Now,
The
sentinel,
Lord's
what do you
debut
have to report
achievement.
of Ramsay Snow?
My scouts say he's a day's ride away. We've no time to waste. He'll arrive before any of our allies could be here.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the
Не
worst.
паникуй.
There's no need to panic. We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls.
Quiet, Tuttle. You're not the Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the small council, is it
Дать
not?
слово
Let
Дункану.
Duncan speak. I'd like to hear what he has to say. Duncan?
I'm sorry, Lord Ethan. You have chosen your sentinel. You should hear from him first.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand. Put every man who can hold a spear or crossbow on the wall, and make the bastard fill his boots with piss.
He would see it for the empty gesture that it is, and have us flayed. We must take a measured approach, my lord.
Gentlemen, please.
Хватит
Thank the
грызться.
gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment.
Что ты
I don't doubt
предлагаешь?
she did everything within her power to help us.
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough.
Мы сможем все решить
Although Sir Royland may
дипломатически.
object, I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Сначала дипломатия, потом
Forgive
оружие.
us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall, and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
Я буду ждать Рамси у
I will
ворот.
meet him at the gate.
Very good, my lord. I shall prepare the men.
Men? We hardly have any. It's a foolish plan.
That's enough from you, Tuttle. Lord Ethan has spoken. Obey his command.
I've faithfully served this house for far too long to sit here and listen to this. Forgive me, my lord, but you are far too young to be the lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Сядь.
Sit down at once.
Пожалуйста. Садись.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow at the gate, and we will not offer our ironwood.
No matter what, I will stand beside you, my lord, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
My lord, you have named your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house.
Я помню.
Forgive me.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Why would you bring him back after you exiled him?
He exiled himself. He has no desire to rule. Asher is volatile, but that is his strength too. Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you.
I'm not like that, but I don't need to be, do I?
No, but you need someone who is standing beside you. I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Раз ты ему доверяешь,
I'm glad you will
или
let me do
нет?
this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a forester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Покой леди Маргери. Красный замок Королевской гавани. Странный ключик. Это что, печать какая-то? Так, ключ возьму. Мне лучше вернуть. Не самая лучшая идея. Брать все подряд.
Marjorie? Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know. Thank you. Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine.
Спасибо за предложение.
You're sweet to offer, Sarah. Thank you. Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever...
Да. Неужели все так плохо? Судя по выражению
My
лица.
lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Что он сказал?
What did King Joffrey say, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife.
Блять.
I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak
Мне
to
так
me when
жаль.
I left him.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help. Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Да, называется, полагались, а вышла фигня.
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't
Как
frighten
долго
you.
ты там был?
How long have you been waiting there?
Not long. I was just passing by when I saw you emerge from Lady Marjorie's room. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be
Это
useful for
слишком
you.
опасно.
It's too dangerous for me right now. And for you as well.
You needn't worry about me. I can take care of myself. Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Сколько перепугай должен тебе
I know
верить?
people who'd be willing to help you.
Чего уставился? Иди куда шел.
Where the bloody hell is Duncan? Ah, fuck him if he's angry. I'm without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men are ready to act if needed.
Sir
делай
Roland,
глупостей.
I trust you'll keep a level head.
Of course, my lord. But the bastard of Bolton can't be trusted to do the same.
Bolton men approaching, my lord.
Угу. Вам здесь не рады, товарищ.
Something wrong with your gate?
С нашим бродом все ок.
Well, aren't you the little lord? No wonder you can't open the gate. Shall we help you? Now let me in.
Обойдешься.
This is a lovely
Почему?
pile of timber.
Тебе холодно?
Why the hurry? Are you cold?
You know, I am a bit. Fortunately, there's no shortage of wood to burn around here. Thank you, my lord.
Чё тебе надо?
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Ironwood.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about
Вы
it.
не
What do you
одобряете?
think?
Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn.
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently.
И что ты расхаживаешь, будто у себя дома?
Quite the army you have, Lord Forrester. Very impressive.
Ну, не нравится мне его визит. Совсем не нравится. Но все равно свелось к тому, что мы его в троне встретим. Еще и в тронном зале.
Look at that. More Forresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
Force him to focus on the business at hand.
Leave them be, Lord Ramsay.
Ah, worried about your family. As you should be.
I'm the Lord. I'll have you speak only with me.
First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
I only kneel to the king.
Is not the Warden also deserving of your respect? But then, I am not my father. Perhaps that is what you meant to say.
You see? He's a fucking traitor, just like his father and brother.
Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
You needn't
Вашему отцу не стоит
Your father will
беспокоиться.
have what he needs.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet
Whitehill
your
соврал
man
вам.
lived.
Lord Whitehill is a liar. That's not how it happened.
Lad? A liar? He's a Whitehill. You had me stand out in the wind and muck so you could show off your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What?
What? The Ironwood? But...
The Whitehills are nothing more than up-jump thieves.
You can't do that.
Why
Так
not?
нельзя.
You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees.
Эта земля всегда принадлежала Форестерам.
Foresters have been tending ironwood for thousands of years. The White Hills had ironwood, once, but now those hills are bare. Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath? That we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make
Это
sure
принесет
there's
больше
no
проблем.
trouble.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Not for me. You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
The Seven Hells he will.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Sir Royland, don't.
Что ты себе позволяешь?
Look at this, little Forrester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you, Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Ah, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
Достаточно, Лорд
Enough, Lord
Сноу.
Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well.
Не трожь
I
сестру.
suppose you can stay. Aren't you the bold lord?
What have you done?
But I don't want a bold lord.
Ах ты, тварь.
Far too much trouble.
Ethan!
My lord! Oh, no!
I knew you'd bend the knee eventually.
My son.
I think we've come to an understanding.
Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
Ethan. Oh, come on.
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain.
Stop! Brian!
Take the boy as your ward.
No!
Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Brian.
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him.
Fetch the mason quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let them take me!
You will not take
Stop
him!
them! Please, Brian, please!
No!
Блин.
Do something!
Ethan. My son.
Неужели он умер? Loot Reception, ачивка. Ваша история началась. Далее в Игре Престолов.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you flat out refused.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Squire, ачивка. Ну, что я могу сказать, ребята? Я могу сказать, что... Блин, концовка была, конечно, неожиданная. Даже очень. Я, конечно, пытался балансировать, но... Пиздец произошел. Это в любом случае. Поэтому... Что сказать, обидно. Даже очень обидно. Столько старался, столько пытался решение, блин, сделать, а тут на тебе. Итан в итоге умер. Оруженосец он в бегах. Ну а Мира, она сейчас попыталась, конечно, с Лордом договориться через маму, но ей сказали: а нельзя. А нельзя. Тут даже, знаете, без комментариев особо. Слово совсем. Но этого, в принципе, следовало ожидать. Баги тут, конечно, есть. Сюжет неоднозначный, но... Это, блядь, только начало, это только первый эпизод. Мне впереди еще целых 5, мать его, эпизодов. Сука. Ну да ладно. Раз уж это пошло, то это означает, что мы с вами увидимся уже тогда на следующем стриме. А пока, ребят, я напомню, что ссылка на донат будет находиться в описании, а список стримов сообщества моего канала YouTube. Подписывайтесь на мой канал, чтобы приходить на стримы, потому что ничего не делает. Вы также можете стать спонсором моего канала, если хотите поддержать его. Ну и пока у меня на этом все. До скорых встреч. Пока. Тем более, что тут еще 5 эпизодов.